Oh, hi, Mike.
He is the man behind Out of the Shadows.
Of course, the Mike.
I'm so sorry. If you'd like to have a seat.
Just quick, no big deal. We're just gonna say hello.
I'm gonna go on stage here in about 20 minutes.
Oh, we'll just do a quickie. Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you. You produced or wrote Out of Shadows?
I created it and directed
Created it. Man, thank you so much. I mean, like, I can't say enough. Out of Shadows was like the first. It was that, and what was the other? There was another series. Fall Cabal. What do you think about? You say that and smirk. Did you?
Well, I liked it. I thought it was great. I just kind of towards the end, some of it got a little
squirrely. It did get out there, and you know what? It's the part that gets out there that I feel like can sometimes give a bad name to like a lot of the other content. But
that's normal. They do it to discredit you or to make you sound like you're crazy or you're a conspiracy theorist or whatever.
And for those of you watching who haven't heard of Out of Shadows, just you want to briefly explain who you are and
so Out of Shadows was a film we released on Good Friday last year. It was released on 4/10/20. And it went completely viral. And it went viral on TikTok.
It was on YouTube. That's where I watched it. Yeah.
And then within 4 months, we received, because we didn't, it was copied and pasted. I mean, it was shared everywhere.
Yeah.
It had over, our numbers we saw were like almost over 100 million in 4 months.
Wow.
And then I kind of lost track because I was like, it's out there. And it got translated into 26 different languages all over the world. And we gave it away for free because the truth should be free. I mean, if you're telling people the truth or you're trying to tell the truth, you can't charge them for that. If I'm making entertainment or if I'm making a film or something to entertain you or make you laugh or, tell a story, that's okay. You can charge for that. But when you're trying to tell people about something that's so crazy that they're not going to believe most of it anyway, you have to give it away. Mm-hmm. And God bless this thing. Like, God blessed Out of Shadows in a way that I've never imagined. And that film served a lot of purposes to bring truth to this world and to have an impact that, frankly, none of us expected.
And if you want to briefly describe what it's about for people who haven't seen it, in a way that's maybe YouTube friendly, but again, I don't want to censor you, so whatever.
Are you on YouTube?
Yeah.
You're probably gonna get kicked off for having me on here.
I'll just say that you're a different Mike.
Yeah, I'm Mike Smith, number 10.
Yeah, Mike Smith is such a common name. There's probably thousands of Mike Smiths.
It could be an alias.
Yeah.
Right. So, so Out of Shadows was a film. It was kind of a little bit of a story about my journey and how I was not a Christian.
You were a stunt double.
Well, I started in my early part of my career. I was a stuntman, and then I became a fight coordinator, and then I became a stunt coordinator. Then I became a second unit director. Then I became a writer, and then I became a director. So I worked my way up. It's like I'm in SAG, I'm in Screen Actors Guild, I'm in the Directors Guild. I was in the Writers Guild for a while, and I'm not currently. And I was a member. I am still a member of the Academy, even though I'm about to resign.
About to peace out.
Yeah, I don't really see any reason to serve. I mean, I worked my whole life to become a member of the Academy. It was a big goal.
Yeah.
But now I see what they're doing, and I don't really want to be a part of that. Like,
some of these people they give Emmys to. No.
Well, and it was the rule changes that they're putting out. And
the mandatory diversity requirements and all that.
And I'm like, look, I'm a filmmaker. I'm all about diversification. I'm all about giving people a fair chance, but I'm also about letting the most qualified people that are the best at what they do shine, and don't limit them because of race or religion or whatever. You should let people be artists. Artists should be able to create.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
So Out of Shadows is, you can't find it. I mean, you can kind of find mirrored images or mirrored copies on different places, but the one place that you can find it if you still want to watch it, it's still free. It's at outofshadows.org.
Ooh, okay.
And so if you can't share that with Twitter, you can't share that on Facebook, you can't share that on Instagram, so don't even try. If you want to get creative, just go Out of Shadows and write .dot
Okay.
.org, and then you might be able to share it. But you're not going to be able to share it.
And that is because you expose certain truths about Hollywood.
I don't know why that is, but it's because they didn't. I mean, if they didn't like what I was doing, they obviously didn't want people to hear it. And I understand, but I also understand that, look, people, when they hear the truth, they know it. And look, I don't have any reason. I gave the movie away for free. I spent all my own money to make it. I spent 2 years making it behind the scenes. I have no agenda other than the fact that I became a Christian. And when I became a Christian, I knew in my heart that I believe these people do evil and I don't want to be a part of it. And so if I'm really a Christian and I believe in my heart that they hurt children and they traffic children and they do bad things, then I don't want to be a part of that. I don't care how cool the world thinks it is. I'm going to answer to God one day, and I want him to be proud of me. I don't want him to be like, hey, dude, I showed you all this stuff, and you didn't do anything about it. You just kept making the money and kept your career going.
Mm-hmm.
It's not how I roll.
How many would you say, like, people who still work in Hollywood? I mean, it's like actors, it's like, all right, they fall in and out of favor. But on the production side, how many do you feel like are still working and, in a sense, maybe feel trapped, or they feel like, well, I'm just going through the motions. I got to support my family.
A lot of people are trapped because the system itself is I mean, look, if you go and make $250,000 in LA, that's like making $50,000 a year anywhere else in the world. Like, it's expensive to live in LA, and people get in the system. Look, there's a lot. I'll tell you this: there's way more good people in Hollywood than there are bad.
Oh, well, that's good. That's encouraging.
The crews are awesome.
Yeah.
And when I'm talking about the people that I normally worked with, the below the line people, and anybody in the industry will understand what that means. It's usually the executives and not all of them are bad. You have to understand to implement agendas or to put in narratives in story, it comes from the top and it's filtered down through the system. So a lot of the people that work in Hollywood have no idea what they're even involved in. I mean, here's the thing. How do you convince a population it's like this. If you study Sun Tzu's Art of War, and if you know your enemy, you can defeat your enemy. But if you don't know your enemy, you're never going to defeat your enemy. And the problem is 90% of this world doesn't even know they're in a fight, and they don't even believe in it. First of all, most of the world are not Christians, and they don't believe that Jesus is real, and they don't believe that Satan's real. So how do you tell someone you're in a battle between good and evil, whether you believe in I'm not talking about religion. I'm just talking about good and evil. Like evil is Satan and Jesus is good, right? If you want to do it like that. Well, here's the deal. Most people aren't Christians. So most people don't engage from that perspective. But to win a real fight, you have to understand who you're fighting. And this is Ecclesiastes 1:9. There is nothing new under the sun. The Babylonians, the Egyptians, all message the people through their, politicians, their sports figures, their that was how the messaging went out to the people. It was no different. They just didn't have a computer. They didn't have a telephone.
They didn't have TikTok.
They didn't have TikTok. So these people didn't understand. They were influenced by the leadership, and so that's why, in order to actually make a conscious decision to know what to believe, you have to understand you're being attacked. And most people don't even think they're being attacked. They just think, oh, that's just cool. That's just the way society's going.
Right.
They don't ever step back and go, why are they showing us this? They have so many choices.
Why is cuties a thing?
Here's the point. Yeah. Okay, cuties is a great example. In what world? How do you justify? I mean, I don't care how you can't spin that in any way that makes that okay.
Yeah.
Unless you're not right. I mean,
they'll protest Dave Chappelle's.
I find it completely disgusting that people would do that. And here's the thing. Who approved that? Because that came from up top. Someone at Netflix.
Oh, whoever wrote it was like a black woman, or it's diverse. It was like, it was justified because the person who wrote it was at Sundance. The woman was like black or French or whatever, and that's how they justified it.
Well, I mean, look, Hollywood can justify
horrific.
anything. I mean, look at most of Hollywood. Well, we hate violence. Really? Have you
Alec
ever
Baldwin just shot somebody.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear I'm going to find out what the real story is on that, because I just need to make it.
Yeah. What do you think?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't even know. I mean, it sounds kind of bizarre that the one guy who's the most anti-gun guy in the world shoots somebody on a set.
It does.
That doesn't.
It seems like you'd be like definitely.
Well, and here's the thing:
taking a
as a
distance.
stunt coordinator, there are so many fail-safes that should protocols. First of all, bullets aren't allowed on sets. So if there was a bullet, we don't know if there was a bullet. It could have been something lodged in the gun. It could have been a malfunction. We don't know. So I'm not going to speculate on that.
Right.
But so the first AD, his responsibility is safety for the set. The prop master hires the weapons handler. The weapon handler clears the gun, checks the gun with the light, hands it to the actor, and the actor utilizes it in the scene. I wasn't there, so I don't know what happened. But I can tell you, there are a lot of fail-safes that have to be followed in order to use guns on a set. So something is off with this. I don't know what it is.
Interesting.
But I don't even know who is involved, to be honest with you. I just
could it be like a gun control false flag or something?
I don't know. I mean, I have no idea.
Right, they're still going to use it in movies, even if it's part of that agenda.
They'll tell you, oh, we hate guns, and then they'll go do Expendables, and they'll be shooting up everybody.
Right.
So do you hate guns?
Yeah.
Why are you? If you hate guns so much, why are you making violent movies?
Which they're never going to stop making.
That's right.
I know you have to go talk at your thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go
take my card. I would love to do another interview with you, like over the internet, if you have time.
Yeah, I'm around. I mean, I've been very busy. I don't do a lot of events, and I don't do a lot of podcasts, but
okay.
But I mean, like, as I'm rolling this out, this thing is, I've been working on this is big.
You're working on a new thing?
Yes.
Ooh.
I'm working on a new thing. I've been working on a new film for about 7 months.
Cool.
And I've been working on a solution to our censorship issue, and I will be announcing that when I walk on stage today.
In a few minutes.
In about 20 minutes.
Oh my God. You guys are missing out. But I'm glad.
Well, here's the thing. You're not going to see it on the live stream because the live stream's down and it's been attacked. So what I'm going to talk about only justifies why we need it even more.
That's so funny. I was going to try to live stream, tomorrow. And
you can, but
it might go down.
Yeah,
hey, I'll still try. Yeah, Mike, Chrissie. So nice to meet you. I really loved your film. I'm like a little starstruck right now. That's really cool.
I'm just a normal dude.
You are. You're so normal. You're too normal.
I made a choice to serve God versus myself.
That's it. And that comes through very clearly in the film and with talking with you. So I'm gonna shut this off so I can go hear you drop your news.
Amen.
Thanks. Good to see you. Wow, guys, I was about to shut this down and we got one last guest. How exciting. Oh my God, that was really cool. I'm like freaking out right now. I'm legit freaking out. I saw your comments chat. I was looking at you. I was watching you say, oh, Chrissie likes this guy. No, it's not about that. It's like, I am a huge fucking fan. Out of Shadows changed my fucking life. Like, it was pivotal to my red pilling. Like when the pandemic first happened, Frank can tell you, it's like we watched that. We watched Fall Cabal. It blew our minds. It just cracked open everything. And he's such a cool guy. And he's just chill. Wow. I wonder what he's working on a new project, clearly a new, I don't know if it's a documentary or just an anti-censorship idea. That's interesting. I'm still going to live stream tomorrow. I'm going to still live stream the speakers and I'll see if I have shitty service or they try to shut it down. Not surprising, but I will still try. Wow, guys, that was cool. Maybe I'll clip that into a little thing later. I'm just like rubbing down the goosebumps. I literally was talking about the lasagna that I wolfed down and then he just came along. Props to Miriam for finding him. All right, you know what? She can stay. She can stay in my room. She proved her worth. I'm just kidding. I'm talking about how you brought Mike over. All right. She thought I was talking shit about. All right, guys. That was fun.